Good morning. We're about to begin about 1 minute.
Oh, okay. Gracie, come here.
Join with me in this meditation. I'm Anne Ahokangas, and I invite you to allow the words that I speak to be the words of your own heart. As I breathe and relax into this moment, I know there is one divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. It is the mind, the all, the divine. And I know that it is who I am. And it is the power of this mind that creates in my life. And anything is possible through this mind, through me. And I know this principle of God works through me to create my life. It is the one great healer. It is the Spirit of truth. For I know there is one life. And this life is in me. And it operates through the law of good, the law of love. And this law of love is benevolence, is good, is compassion. It is this love that does the healing. Always, in all ways. For this is its divine nature. And it works the same today as it did yesterday and tomorrow. It is at this moment absolutely all there is, and it is always available. So today I release any ideas that no longer serve me and allow this divine within me to do its perfect healing. I accept and I allow. For I remember that it is not I, but the divine within that does the work. And so I release all personal opinions and thoughts and leave the how up to this divine essence, knowing that it operates according to my word. And today I speak my word of allowing full and complete healing in every area of my life. And in this moment, I know beyond a doubt, I have a deep belief, a conviction to know that the divine through me creates my life. And so I direct it, I instruct it, I compel it and command it to move through me for my highest and best. For I know it is my words that create the mold to bring about all my desires. For I know deeply that God, the divine, is all there is. And that God, the divine, exists right where the need is. Not as the need, but the answer to the need. And so in this moment, I allow this need to be fulfilled. So in this divine moment, I remember that Spirit is all that is, and it is always manifesting itself. It is pure being, pure potentiality. So with complete faith, and a complete surrender to my highest and best, I allow Spirit through me to create my best life. So I take action now, guided by the promptings within. As I relax and release, I place my entire trust, my complete faith into this simple thought that through God within me, anything is possible. Through God within me, anything is possible. For this power and presence within me operates through me. It is all that is. It is the infinite field of pure potentiality. It is my life. It is here now. I accept it. I allow it. And I release my word, knowing it is already done. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is.
free to make the choice of peace, free to be the voice of peace. I am whole. I am whole. I am whole. I am
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. My name is Reverend Pat Ball. I am a retired Unity minister, love being retired, and I am your presider for this morning. And so for those of you at home, if there's anybody here for the first time, just write your name down in the chat and we have a gift to send to you. Tell us your contact information. Unity Spiritual Center is a tithing ministry, and so we send 10% of all that we receive, 5% all the time to Unity Canada, and the other 5% to a local charity. And the charity this quarter, is Food for Kids. That provides food for kids on weekends when they don't have access to food at school. So this month, we celebrate our 12 powers, our 12 gifts from God, our 12 abilities. And this month, what we're celebrating is our power of imagination. The color is pale blue. And the affirmation, and I'll say the big one, and then we have a short one to say together. I release limiting thoughts and imagine something greater. I imagine good unfolding in every area of my life. I have the ability to conceive and envision a different future. I am imagination. Yes. So let's have our first song, If I Were Brave.
This one's working. Okay, this one's working. I don't know what happened to the other one. Okay, here we go. Good morning. I am feeling braver. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed, would the wind always fill up my sails? If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of the sea, are there miracles in you and me? You know there are. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? Maybe this is what I'd hear. I am brave enough to move ahead where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today? I am brave. What will I do 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 today? I am brave. I am brave. I am
You are such a sweetheart. My name is Reverend Anna Hokangas, and it's my absolute pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me online. And join with me in consciousness in this opening prayer. As I take a moment to just close my eyes and get centered, I recognize that I am so much more than what I appear to be. For at the core of my being, what beats my heart is the infinite field of pure potentiality. And it is what animates me. And I direct it instruct it, compel it with my thoughts, my feelings, my words, my desires. And so today, I allow a fuller expression of who I am to show up. For I know that I am supported in every way. And I also know that these desires come from this divine essence that is at the core of who I am. So my good, my wonderful life is assured. So I let go with a grateful heart, knowing it is already done. Join with me in affirming, and so it is. Because I give myself permission.
Yes. I give myself permission. I give myself permission. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking, so that the people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself, sing it, permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Go on. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
Thank you, Emilio. Yes, you are a sweetie pie. The absolute word is brought to us by Paul Hesselbach, which is a modification of the daily word, but in absolute form. And so the word for today is humankind. I am divine. I honor and celebrate humankind. I honor and celebrate the myriad uniqueness of humankind. Each and every person is underwritten by their divinity. I affirm and claim that all people everywhere find the freedom to live life knowing who they are and their divine identity. learning about people far and wide, I immerse myself in the wholeness of life as I nurture inclusiveness. I honor individual practices, languages, and heritages, just what Emilio was singing about. I listen and learn from the life stories and experiences of others, expanding my awareness and my ability to be compassionate. And now Emilio is back.
If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I seek the truth, let me seek the truth. If I'm lost in doubt, let me believe. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. If I'm feeling hurt, let me forgive. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I dream of peace, let me live in peace. When I start from love, I am love. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, whoa, if it's to be, it's up to me. And if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. You know it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me.
Well, do you remember what we're talking about this month? Holy boldness. And that when you realize that you are holy, that you are special, that you are unique, and you're here for a purpose, and that is to be you, then it's easier to be bold. But what does bold mean? I mean, weren't we knocked down when we were kids if we were trying to be bold, and even in certain circumstances today as adults? So I'd like to look at the fact that we are colorful to the core. And that doesn't mean that if you like wearing beige that you have to stop wearing beige. It doesn't mean that the colors that you wear on the outside are who you are. It's that you are full potential. And so when I talk about color, I talk about the vibrancy of who you are. So I'd like to look at your own unique signature, and I don't mean the written one. The path that you leave everywhere you go, the path that you create as you enter into any space, and that we all belong. So you have your own unique signature like no one else's. And our signatures are unique, absolutely. I mean, if you've ever tried to copy someone else's, it's pretty hard, and they just do it naturally. And the world would not be the same without you. You belong and make the world as special as it is. And I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't grow up feeling as though I belonged, like it wasn't something that was taught to me. Was it taught to you? I mean, there was more of a follow the rules type of a thing so that you'd fit in rather than to feel like belonging. And I think that's a whole new concept. And I don't know whether, as we each live that way, if we can make a difference. I think that we can. I hope that we can. Because I think everyone deserves to know that they're special and unique, because you are. Like, think about just these things. Your tastes are unique. You have preferences that are unique to just you. Your gender is unique, and your gender nonconformity is unique. Your orientation, your label, if you have one, identity, specification, your characteristics, your color, and at different times of year it might be a different color. Your size, different times of year it might be a different size. Shape, style, language, attitude, approach, culture, philosophy, personality, and that's just scratching the surface. And so think about trying to make somebody conform when all those things are already so different. I mean, it seems like an impossible task, doesn't it? So you matter too, and in life, or else you wouldn't be here. So I want you to just look at someone right now and say, you matter. You matter. Because you do, you matter. Life needs you in order to be complete. And, you know, I know you say, well, how can you prove that? Well, just believe me, okay? or don't believe me. But I mean, how much better does it feel when you say, I need to be here for life to be complete? I mean, that in itself gives a certain amount of, I don't know, chutzpah. That's what makes the colorful and flavorful world that could be monotone. I can't even imagine the world being monotone. I mean, we bring that spice to life, each of us. Sometimes it's a gentle spice, and sometimes it's a spicy spice. Like we saw that with the puppies here this morning. You know, so there are different times of day where we are more spicy than others. And so this is a reason to celebrate. And I was going to bring sparklers or something, but it was just, I didn't have time. You know, how can we each celebrate not only Canada Day, that we live in a country that is so diverse and gives us so much freedom? I mean, there are certainly some restrictions, but we have more freedom than probably most countries in the world. And how can we celebrate our own uniqueness and sparkle? So what might that be for you? How might you celebrate that? Like my celebration of that is putting on bright lipstick. Like I feel like I'm celebrating when I have it on. And I feel kind of not me when I don't. And I should have been born that way, I guess, but I get to choose. So how might you step forward in holy boldness and to step out with flair and panache, even if you're quiet and subdued? So what might you do that is just a little bolder than what you've been up till now? Because you were taught to be good. You have the right to shine. You really do. And we're created to express out loud whatever that looks like, whatever that expression is. We had another wonderful session of art this weekend, and we were following someone else's instruction. But, you know, even in following someone else's instruction, no two of those images that we created were the same. And it had nothing to do with ability. It had to do with, well, I don't want to put that dot there. I want to put it somewhere else. And that's that expression of, who am I? Spirit knew what it was doing when it created you as an individual, as unique, and as colorful to the core. So if you have had doubts that maybe there's something wrong with you, or that you don't fit in, or that you are not just magnificent, I'm here to tell you that you are. I want to look at somebody again and say, you're magnificent. You're magnificent. There's a a hairdresser I used to have when I was younger who I'd say, so how are you? Fantabulous. Like she couldn't come up with a word that expressed how great she felt, so she made her own. So how can we warmly welcome each other so that we feel appreciated and included? And what might that be? I mean, I know of some individuals in this community and in others where they don't want to be touched at all. Touch them and they have gone into a spiral. So to welcome them is not to touch them and to honor that. Then they feel really welcome. And then there are others who, if you didn't shake my hand or give me a hug or acknowledge me in some way, I don't feel welcome. And everything in between. And I guess it's to be cognizant of how you might read the room or read the individual to say, how can I be welcoming or more welcoming? Because as soon as you do that, it starts happening for you too. Or maybe it already is. And you just naturally have that ability to go somewhere and feel welcome because you know that you deserve to be there. Authenticity is essential in showing up just as you are. And I guess that's what we've been doing on this spiritual journey, is unpeeling the things that have caused us to not be authentic, to follow the rules. So this is from Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind. He has a book that's called 365, and so every day of the year you can read something to give you something to think about. And this was for this weekend. We are all just a little unique, for each wears a different face, but behind each is the one presence, God. Unity does not mean uniformity. Unity means that everything draws its strength, its power, and its ability to live from one source. And I like that definition of unity. So let's look at a couple of things that I had conversations about and thoughts about this week. And I just want you to think about these things. Wendy and I actually last Sunday talked about schools and how a teacher today might have one teaching assistant, maybe two, and a classroom of 30 some odd kids. Now think about this idea of what we talked about this morning about being unique and everyone unique and different learning styles. And they have an agenda that they're supposed to follow and a curriculum that these kids are supposed to learn. Think about the impossible task that must be to accomplish what it is that the government or the powers that be want them to do, to have these kids learn and to have a great experience and to have a unique, loving, compassionate experience. I mean, many would fall through the cracks, and yet we all went through it, and somehow we managed, and perhaps it was the love of someone or a group of someones that allowed us to blossom to who we are today. And I guess that's our role, is that where society is missing the mark, that if we can fill those gaps somehow, and whatever that is for you. And the other one I thought about was gender. I mean, I grew up with this idea of my parents, you know, that there were certain gender roles and women did, you know, girl things and men did boy things, and those did not cross. And, you know, like a woman didn't chop wood. Now, that's not a Finnish woman, mind you. She chops wood. But, but it's that whole thing of where will we be in 5 years or 10 years now that people are starting to feel more comfortable dressing the way that they feel inside and expressing their creativity and their love for another person from what is coming from inside, not what someone else has told them to do. How much more diversity would we have? It's just fascinating, and I think about some of my own biases as I think about all of that. And where did my biases come from? And where did my expectations come from? You know, early days in school, I had to wear a skirt all the time. And the first time that I ever wore pants were hot pants, actually. And the reason I did was because we made them in school. So I thought, well, I have permission to wear something with 2 legs instead of a skirt. And I got called into the principal's office. He says, you're wearing shorts and they're not allowed. Skirts are only allowed. And I remember crying and saying to him, we made them in school, so I wore it here. because we made them in school. And, you know, he's looking at me understanding, but he's having to follow the rules of the school at the time. So where will we be in 5 years or 10 years? And what will the kids and people look like as we allow for more freedom to express who we are? So I'd invite you as you go through this week and even over the next little while to just think about your own expectations and biases, not only of others, but about yourself. Because holy boldness means finding your own path and respecting what that search looks like for others. And to be able to just fully accept what somebody is wanting to do or not do. And to be able to do that from a place of really authentically desiring that for yourself so that that can happen for someone else. Belonging comes in part from these 4 things. And I'd like you to think about this and whether that holds true. So number 1, knowing that others share our values, at least in a community. So like coming here, for instance, you know more or less what this place is about. And so because you do, and you've agreed to some of it or all of it, you feel that you belong and that somehow you connect with individuals where you go. And so I guess the key to going somewhere new is to do your research first and find out whether in fact it sounds as though you might belong, or maybe you'll be the catalyst to create that belonging when you go there. But would you agree that that's true? That you need to feel like you share something with the people in the space that you're in to feel like you belong. So number 2, that we receive and or offer invitations to participate. That's something too that's really important. Even if you say no thank you, but there is just something really wonderful about being offered an invitation to participate, to be involved. We have evidence that others care about our well-being. We started a campaign 2 weeks ago now. We have a number of individuals who are housebound for one reason or another. Either they live too far away that they can't come here in person and they'd like to, or they just can't. And so we're sending a prayer letter, personal prayer letter to those individuals. And they're going out weekly as sort of touching them so that they realize that they belong, that we care about them. And once a month, those of you that are on our mailing list will receive one from us as well, so that you remember through mail, which is something we're not doing a whole lot of anymore, that you remember that, you know, we care about you. And not because I want your bums in these seats. It's not about that. It's that we belong together. We're part of a tribe that are, you know, searching to have a better life and to do it in a way that is loving and compassionate and supportive. And number 4, we believe that we can grow in a way that we want with community support. And it's certainly something that I have always felt with especially a spiritual community, is to say, how can I support you rather than giving my advice? Because you're wanting something, I may have a totally different idea. And if you're not ready for it, then I've wasted my breath. So it's like, how can I support you at this time? And sometimes there's nothing that you can do, just be there for me. So are you creating a place where people don't have to explain themselves, wherever you are? And it's just a question. And depending on your answer, maybe you have some work to do, or maybe you can say, hey, I'm doing pretty well. And are they accepted for who they are even when they don't look the same? It took me a while to get used to seeing diversity because I lived in Northern Ontario when I was young. And so the only people that I really kind of knew. I don't think I met one black person, and she was a Jamaican woman. But I had never seen Asian people or people of brown skin or any of that, because it was a mining community and it was very limited. And as the city grew and as I grew older, I started to see a whole lot more people and started to see the diversity. The thing that was fascinating is I was in my, I guess, late 30s when I came to Southern Ontario. And one of the things that I didn't realize was that there are, I guess I realized, but I didn't think about it. I was doing hairdressing in Waterloo, and I met all these different women and men who have these unusual jobs that were not jobs that would have been in Northern Ontario. And I remember thinking, wow, there's just so much more in the world. And it's not that I was that naive, but I had never thought about it. So I don't know if you've ever noticed that it takes someone asking you a question for some revelations to happen. So Pat just said, so like what? There were many of the clients that I had at the time who were in acting, for instance. Sudbury had no TV or movie actors, or children that were models that, you know, got paid $1,000 a day to model, or their cat was a model, or something. Like they were like, wow, there was just so much more in the world. And so one of the things that I'd like for you to think about is, how might you expand that awareness? Because I thought I knew a lot. I did know a fair bit, but I didn't know as much as I know now. And what am I going to learn in the next 10 years, depending on what I'm exposed to? So just things, again, to think about, this colorful world of ours. So if you can do this, then you have created a special type of belonging indeed. I mean, I loved those times that I worked with women, because I got to spend, mainly women, I got to spend sometimes 2 hours in a day just intimately chatting with them. And so I was constantly asking questions. And I learned a lot. People are wonderful. So I wonder, when people visit your culture, themselves and who doesn't? And again, just a question. So let's look at labels and identities. While labels and identities have to clarify and specify important features, it can also be limiting and exclusive. I was having a conversation with Jean, who is in a senior's residence now, and she's actually not able to work, so she's putting chair-bound or bed-bound. And one of the things that she said was that a lot of the caregivers that come, is there static? Is it your exposition, or I was asking her about how the program, because sometimes it's really difficult to understand the language, the language. And so she said, the first thing I say is, where are you from? And I said, you know, that seems to express as about. And yet, instead, let's say,
It is a great day to be alive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Reverend Ann. I just love that about being unique. You know, when you get to be my age, you don't worry so much more about what people think or feel. It's like, I can do it. I can wear what I want. I can be what I want. And I just feel free. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So what was your takeaway today? What did anybody have something to share? Yes, yes, Bruce?
Last week and I was wearing a Homer Simpson's t-shirt.
Yeah, Homer.
His car just jammed its brakes.
Yes,
People
yes.
wear that, cutting their lawn type of thing.
Really? So Bruce was cutting his lawn and he had a Homer Simpson t-shirt on and he was stopping traffic. You go, Bruce. Yes, yes. Anyway, all right. So now it's time for conscious giving, to appreciate everything that we have received, whether it's in health or relationships or a sense of belonging. That's what I get here, is belonging, really. Whether I'm watching it online, which I do most weeks, or standing here and just, you know, being a part of the group. It's so nice to belong. So let's say the affirmation together, shall we? Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive. And if you want to give a portion of what you've received financially to us, you can e-transfer it. That's easy. I love that e-transfer. So good. Or you could even write a check, I think. Yes. I can't quite remember. Do you remember what checks are? They're pieces. Yeah. Anyway, you could do that. Yeah. So, or you can go to the website to donate. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. You're up now.
Is it me?
It's you now. Yeah.
Salute. Oh, yeah. If it could be that we agree to live in harmony and set aside all that divides for the sake of humanity, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. If it could be that we agree to meet on common ground, plant a tree and spread the fruit of love all around, would you say yes? Yes, yes, yes. Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Oh, if you believe like I believe, we can make a better world. Listen to each other till every voice is heard, singing yes, 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 yes. What would you say if we found a way to end all poverty, so all would live with dignity, see to shine and see? Oh, would you say yes? Come on, everybody, sing with me. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes. Woo. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. If you believe in you and me, say yes, yes, yes.
Apparently I have to be mic'd now because my little mic wasn't working. So for those of you watching at home, I'm sorry if you missed some of it. There isn't a way that I can really repeat it, so just come back next week, okay? And let's pray about it working better for next week, okay? And know that if you have a prayer request, please send it to us via an email at prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com, or you can fill out a prayer request form and place it in the box here on the piano. So let's pray together. This is written by James Dillett Freeman, and the yellow lines I've added. So, the light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And one of my favorite songs, we've been singing it for a while. It's 10 years old now, 11 years old. Room at the Table, Carrie Newcomer.
Let our hearts not be hard to those living on the margins. There is room at the table for everyone. This is where it all begins. This is how we gather in. There is room at the table for everyone. Too long we have wandered, burdened and undone. There is room at the table for everyone. Let us sing the new world in. This is how it all begins. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for a song, and no gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come and pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, there is room at the table for everyone. Here and now we can be the beloved community. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for us all, and no gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come on, pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for us all, and no gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come and pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. Let our hearts not be hard to those living on the margins. There is room at the table for everyone. Let us sing the new world in. This is how it all begins. There is room at the table for everyone. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, there is room at the table for everyone. Here and now we can be the beloved community. There is room at the table for everyone. For everyone. Oh, yes.
And I know I will see you next week But I want to tell you something that a project that Marcia Daly, who is our president, and I are working on is we want to do a chronology of the history of Unity here in Hamilton. And we have some old documents that go back as far as 1938 when we first started. And so what I would invite for you to think about is maybe give us a little snippet of something historical or something that you have enjoyed as you've participated with Unity over the years that we might include in some way in this collage art piece that we're going to do. And it will be something that we'll have up that you can look at and say, oh, in 1938 it was so-and-so that was leading, and in 1957 it was so-and-so that was leading, and this was the building that we were in, and that kind of thing. So just something to think about. I mean, think about that, 1938. I mean, officially, we have, I think we are celebrating about 46 years officially, but we actually started way before that. So, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Forget your name. Hi, Rosalie.